Are you gonna give me a ticket?
No, sir. You're gonna get a warning.
No, this is a retaliatory stop right here, and I'm not gonna provide ID if I haven't
You think
committed.
you're gonna get a warning for a retaliatory stop?
So
You know
I
what?
can. You know what? Let me tell you the deal.
Give me the finger. I do remember you doing that, but
did.
that has nothing to do with it.
Welcome back to We the People University. My name is Abiyah Israel, former police officer, former sheriff's deputy. Let's jump right into it. We're going to take a look at the Texas Highway Patrol and Highway Patrol officer by the name of Louis Borgia. Okay, now most people love to say that police officers are dumb. They're stupid. They don't know the law. And in many cases, you're right, you know. But in this particular case, I think we have a police officer who's actually attempting to use his brain. And we're going to see why I say that. But this is a traffic stop that the driver has deemed, and I agree with the driver. The driver has deemed to be a retaliatory stop, and we'll see why. But there are some other things going on here that we definitely need to touch on. Let's jump into the video. We'll talk here in a second.
Highway Patrol, sir, you were stopped for speeding. Please let me see your driver's license.
Speeding. Why did you stop me?
For speeding, sir, you're doing 81.
No, I wasn't. I was going 75.
I'm sorry?
No, I wasn't. I was going 75.
But
You see this?
What, I observed you and I verified your speed with my radar.
You want to fight that in court? Because I have.
No,
nope. I have dash cam right here that proves I was going 75.
You can take that to court, but it's going to be a warning anyway. But
so this is a retaliatory stop because I did this, right? I did this.
That didn't offend me.
It's a retaliatory stop,
if
huh?
You feel like that, that's totally
it's a retaliatory stop,
your driver's license.
No, because this is an unlawful stop. So what's your name and your badge number?
I'm Trooper Louis Borja, sir. My ID number is 11810. Please let me see your driver's license.
This is a retaliatory stop. I was going 75.
Sir, I need to see your driver's license.
What's going to happen if I don't provide it?
What's going to happen if I don't provide it? Today I'm going to find out who you are. You're going to get a warning.
No, you're not going to find out anything because this is a retaliatory stop. This is a retaliatory stop right here.
Sir, I need to see your driver's license.
What section do you work out of, or sector do you work out of, so I can file a complaint against you?
You can file a complaint, sir. I work out of Dallas.
Dallas?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll find out who you are.
Okay,
I'll find out
you will, because in the warning that I'm going to give you, my name and ID information will be there.
I'm going to find out a lot more. I'm going to find out your salary and every single complaint you've ever had. All your disciplinary actions you've ever had.
Yes, sir. You can do that. But please, let me see your driver's license.
No, I was going 75.
Okay. Here's the deal. This isn't a TikTok video. You're not going to just leave here. Today, I stopped you for a traffic violation, and I need to see your driver's license. Please let me see your driver's license.
So, I'm going to tell you the deal. I'm the one that pays your salary, my taxes. You stopped me because I did this.
So I'm going to be 1,000% honest, 1,000,000% honest here. And some of you guys are not going to like what I'm about to say, but I'm going to keep it 100. A lot of times viewers are watching YouTube videos and they're getting it wrong because the YouTube videos are wrong. A lot of times channels are releasing videos not because they care about what's happening or are they really trying to put the real information out. It's because of money in many situations. Let me explain. I received a video once. It was from the state of Georgia. And this lady, she was arrested for failing to give the police officer her identification. I took a look at the video and I explained to her in this particular case, ma'am, he actually had the right to ID you for loitering and prowling. I told her, I'm fully aware of what you're going to do. I understand that you're going to send this to another channel, but I'm going to show you the law. And I sent her a copy of the OCGA, the law, where the officer was not in the wrong. But exactly what I thought she would do, she did. She sent the video elsewhere, and the video was covered as if the police officer was actually wrong and the officer was not wrong. Now, my issue with those type of videos is this. Thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people look at these videos. And if they see a video say, hey, this is the right way to operate with the police, and then you get into that situation and you act the same way or think that's the right way to carry things out, you do the same thing and you end up getting hurt, arrested, cited, whatever the situation is. It didn't work out for you because you watched a YouTube video that you thought was right and accurate and it wasn't. I'm not saying I'm always right, but I'm not above correction. There's been times where a viewer pointed something out to me and stated, "Hey, Abiyah, I don't think this is quite right." And I would have to go back and double check and correct that if it was wrong. But my problem is this: too many videos are going out when people are saying, "Hey, well, for example, give me your supervisor, and I'm not going to do anything else until I see your supervisor." That's not the way it works. Yeah, some policies may say that there may be some law, some certain type of law in certain places, but that's not always the way it works. They don't always have to give you a supervisor to do their job, but that's a big misconception on YouTube. Again, so when this lady sent me the video, I explained to her, "Ma'am, I'm sorry, but I can't cover this because for me, it's not about trying to make a buck or two. It's about putting out the accurate information. And I care about if somebody watches this channel and if they get the wrong information, and then that person sitting inside of a jail cell somewhere based off what I stated, that's with me. I'm going to have to live with that. And I don't want to live with that. So therefore, I'm trying to be as honest and open as I possibly could be. In this particular situation, the officer is using his brain here. Okay. Is this a retaliatory stop? Based on everything I heard in this video, I would say yes. Based on the fact that the driver stated that I have a dash cam and I know how fast I was going, I would say yes, this is a retaliatory stop based on those things alone. There's more information that's needed, but I believe it is. But with that being said, the officer still made a traffic stop. And according to the law, you have to show or give the officer your identification. Now, let me read this law really quickly. Texas Penal Code 38.02 has been amended with section B1 and B2. A person commits an offense if the person is an operator of a motor vehicle as defined by section 32.34, who is lawfully detained by a police officer for an alleged violation of the law, fails to provide or display the person's driver's license on the officer's request for the license, and intentionally refuses to give the person's name, driver's license number, residence address, or date of birth to the peace officer on the officer's request for that information. Key parts of this law that was enacted just last year: the driver and the officer's request of the information. If you are a driver in the vehicle, the officer requests your driver's license, and if you say no, that's a violation. But I've seen this happen personally myself in court where, for example, a driver failed to maintain lane 3 times and was written 3 citations. And that was held up in court because he violated the law 3 separate times. In this particular video, count the times, how many times the driver stated no to the peace officer. Give me your driver's license. No. Give me your driver's license. No. That could be counted as 2 different violations because the law specifically states this: you failed to give it to him, failed to give the police officer your ID upon request. And we see several requests that were shut down by saying, "No, I'm not giving it to you." Now, if this officer really wanted to push the issue, he could. He could probably cite you each time that you said no, but not saying that's going to happen in this video. My only point for saying this, and a lot of you guys may disagree, and that's fine. My only point and reason for saying this is this: we have to understand the law, because this officer, he's using his brain. He is using this law to his advantage. He's playing Mr. Nice Guy because he knows I stopped this guy because, yes, he gave me the middle finger, but I'm going to stop him. I'm going to play Mr. Nice Guy. I don't even want to give you a citation. I just want to know who you are. And I want to put you in not only just a data bank somewhere, but maybe my mental data bank so I can remember you personally. I believe this is exactly what's happening because I've seen that happen myself personally. And I'm sure I'm fully believing that that's happening here. So I agree with the driver. This is a retaliatory stop, but also this would be my advice to the driver. Make sure you stick as close as possible to the law, because when you have an officer who does know the law, that officer is going to use that to his advantage to try and case you up. So again, I'm not saying the officer's right, but what I am saying is this: if this happened to go to court, then the judge would look more favorably to the officer than he or she would to the driver. Let's keep watching.
I was going 75, and my dash cam is recording the whole time, recording my speed.
Totally fine. Please let me see your driver's license.
Are you gonna give me a ticket?
No, sir. You're gonna get a warning.
No, this is a retaliatory stop right here, and I'm not gonna provide ID if I haven't
You think
committed.
you're gonna get a warning for a retaliatory stop?
So
You know
I can.
what?
You know what? Let me tell you the deal.
Give me the finger. I do remember
Yeah,
you doing that,
I
but
did.
that has nothing to do with it. Your speed was observed well before that. You came over the crest of the hill. You were doing 81 miles an hour.
So let me tell you
Today
the
we're
deal.
finding out some things. Please let me see your driver's license.
Let me tell you the deal. I can only provide my light. No, you're not gonna open my door. That's why I locked it.
You're not free to leave.
That's why I locked it. You're not gonna. You're not gonna
not
violate
free.
my Fourth Amendment right. You know what you just did right there? You attempted to violate my
Well, I
Fourth
did
Amendment
because
right.
We've reached the
And
point
now I
where
can reach-
I'm going to identify.
And now we reached the point where I have civil litigation against you for trying to break into my vehicle. Yeah.
In this situation, the driver's right. There is no order from the officer for the driver to exit the vehicle. So why are you trying to open his door? You have no legal authority to open his door. If you do that, then yes, it's a Fourth Amendment violation. There was no order for him to exit. So I agree with the driver in this situation.
Yeah, that's a lawsuit right there. You tried to break into my car, right? Because I gave you the finger. And let me tell you the thing is.
The reason you're being stopped is for speed. Please let me see.
So
your
let me
driver's
tell
license.
you.
I'm going to keep asking you, and I'm going to be as polite as I possibly can the whole time. But you're going to give me your driver's license today.
So let me tell you the deal. I only provide my license if I've committed a crime or a traffic
You're
infraction.
speeding.
No.
That is
No,
a
I'm
traffic
in
violation
75.
in the state of Texas.
So
Do me a favor. You're not free to leave. There's an officer watching you here. I'm going to call for backup, and today we will identify you. I'm going to ask you one more time. Please let me see your driver's license.
give me a supervisor.
It doesn't work like that. Okay?
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't work like
And
that.
a member of the public requests a
Here's the thing.
supervisor.
Would you give me your driver's license?
No, I won't.
Okay,
Give me a
I'll be right back
supervisor.
with you.
Give me a
You're not free to leave.
supervisor.
Now, sir, let me tell you something. I noticed that you've got DV tags on your car.
Yeah,
I did 20 years in the Air Force myself.
good for you.
Now listen, I am shocked that a veteran would react this way at a simple traffic stop, especially to one that you're going to get a warning on.
Let me tell you
But
something.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
So you're shocked because you drank the Kool-Aid when you were in?
I'm sorry?
You're shocked because you drank the Kool-Aid when you were in. I did my time. I
Okay.
got out, and I let it go.
Okay,
That's
but
I let it go
totally
already.
Fine, but here's the deal. We don't act like that. This is a legal traffic stop in which I need to identify you. Very simple. Okay, very simple.
Just run my
Let me see your
tags and get my
driver's license.
run my tags and get my identity like that.
Well, you see, that's just it. I just did. I'm finding that out. But here's the thing. I still don't know that that's you. Okay? So
I don't
I'm
care.
assuming it is, but it's not. Here's the one thing that I'm going to tell you for sure, okay? Everything based on legal and whatever authority the state of Texas gives me. Today, you will be out of that car and you will identify yourself.
No, I
okay?
won't.
That will happen.
Again, this officer is using his brain. He knows his authority. He knows how far he can and can't go. That's why he's not really focused on giving this driver a citation. I really just want your ID. And that's all this is about. And yes, again, I want to say, I do think this is a retaliatory stop. But the way the officer is playing his cards, he's trying to position himself in a favorable position just in case this does go in front of a judge.
Nope.
Okay.
Give me a
I've got
supervisor.
some cover coming up.
Give me a supervisor.
I will tell you this right now. At a certain point, if I have to break your window to get you out of that vehicle to find out who you are, I will. Please don't make me
Is that
do
a threat?
Please
Is
don't
that a
make me do
threat?
that. Whatever way you want to
Is
take
that a
it.
threat?
Whatever way you want to take
I
it.
will.
But
Look, let me tell you this.
You can do that. You can do that. Here's the thing. All I'm trying to do is complete my traffic stop, to which at this point will be a warning. However, you're not going to get it your way. Like I'm telling you, this isn't a TikTok video. You're going to identify yourself.
You realize you're gonna lose, right?
I might lose, but you know what? I will do
You're gonna
my
lose your
proud.
job. You're gonna lose your job is what you're gonna
Okay,
do.
if I lose my job, I lose my job.
But you don't
Here's
care
the
because you
thing.
don't pay for it.
I will keep asking you politely. Please let me see your driver's license.
Here's the thing. You don't care if you lose your job, if you lose a
know
lawsuit. You
something?
don't care.
I have a job I have to do, and if I lose my job in the performance of my job, I will.
You don't care
But
because
I
it
will
doesn't
keep
come out of your
asking you.
pocket. It comes out of the
Please,
taxpayer's
Let me see your
pocket.
driver's license. That's all you have to do.
Nope, I'm not gonna get my rights violated. I'm telling you this right now.
You're not, but you know you could end up in jail today.
Nope.
You're.
And if I do, I'm
asking you
suing
for
the
your
shit out.
driver's
If I do, I'm suing the shit out of you. You realize that, right?
You can do that. That is within your rights. Yes, sir.
You don't care because it doesn't come out of your pension. It comes out of the taxpayers' pockets. That's what
Please,
that's what happens.
Let me see your driver's license.
You don't care what happens to you.
You're doing 81.
You don't care what happens to you.
You're going to get a warning. Please, let me see.
Let me see your
driver's
supervisor
license.
first.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't work like that.
Yes, it does. And remember,
I'm telling you, this is not a TikTok video. Please, let me see your
and I'm
driver's
telling you, this isn't a TikTok video either. This is real life. This is my life. I'm not gonna let you fuck
Well, it
my
is your
life.
life.
Okay?
That's why hopefully you'll do the right thing and identify yourself.
So you want me to you want me to give away my rights to satisfy your investigation? Is what you're saying?
It's not an investigation. I know you were speeding. You're gonna get a warning up to this point.
I have 2 dash cams right here. They record my speed.
That's
I had my
totally
cruise
fine.
control.
That's totally fine.
My
Whatever
cruise
you got,
control
you
on.
can use that in the performance if you're taking me to court.
Yeah, I'll do
Okay.
that. Let me see your supervisor first and speak to someone else.
My supervisor is not gonna come up for this. I do have some backup coming up, but no, my supervisor is not gonna
Give me
come
a
up.
supervisor right here.
My supervisor is not gonna come up.
Again, a misconception that comes from YouTube, I believe, or a lot of it comes from YouTube, in my opinion. Police don't always have to get their supervisor before they are able to complete their traffic stop. That's what a lot of people seem to believe. And I get emails about this, and the answer is no. Per policy, maybe they may have a policy or something may dictate or determine whether an officer has to get his supervisor maybe randomly in different places. But generally speaking, an officer does not have to get a supervisor out right away just because you stated so.
Alrighty, then I have nothing else to say to you.
I am a legal, trained police officer. I observed you speeding.
No, you didn't.
And I made a stop. And at this point, all I need to do is identify you as a driver. Please, let me see your driver's license.
So what actually happened is you're retaliating against me because I did this to you.
Well, you did that, but that means nothing to me.
Yes, it
At all.
obviously does. That's why I'm stopped right now.
I'm sorry?
It obviously does mean something. That's why I'm stopped, right?
Well, that's why you think you're being stopped. But you're being stopped for doing 81 on a 75.
Kind of ironic that you turned on the lights as soon as I stuck my finger out like this. You turned on the
Well,
lights,
if
huh?
that's what you think,
Kind of
then
ironic.
That's what happened. But I tell you what, I can only tell you and swear to what I myself did and know happened. Okay?
Here, how about this? I'll present you my ID, but I'm not gonna hand it to you. I'll show it to you.
You're getting there. You see, it's working. I don't think you're a bad
No. I'll show it to you. I'm not gonna hand it to you. So you have proof that this is my vehicle. But you can't take a picture of it.
Well, no, I'm not going to take a picture of it, but I have to have the number, right?
I need your partner's name and badge number.
You're still not free to leave. Let me ask you this.
They're involved because they're here on the scene.
Well, it doesn't count like that. None of them have made any contact with you.
That's okay.
Here's
I still
the
want
thing.
their names and badge numbers.
Do you want to sign this, yes or no?
First, let me get their names
Do
and
you
badge
want to
numbers.
sign this, sir, yes or no?
Let me get their names and badge
Okay,
numbers
At
first.
this point in time, sir, you can leave, okay? You have a safe drive.
What happens if I don't sign that?
Nothing happened, sir. You didn't sign it. You're free to go.
What's your guy's name and badge numbers? What's your guys' names and badge numbers? Zero 9662 08400.
At this point in time, you're a danger to yourself because you're walking around
Nope.
here on the shoulder.
The highway's
Please,
over
please,
there.
do me a
I'm
favor.
over here.
You're totally fine. They're going to leave now. You've got my information. Do what you will
What's
with
their
that.
name and
But
badge numbers?
do me a favor. You're free to go. You're free to go. You have yourself a nice day.
So what happens if I don't sign that paper?
You didn't sign it. Nothing happened. You're free to go. You see what I'm saying? You're being
Yeah, you
difficult
escalated
again.
to a ticket, right? Because I didn't
You
sign
know
it.
what I mean? Have a safe day. No, it will not. I promise you, it will not be turned into a ticket. You have a safe day. You are free to go. Okay? I appreciate you.
I will get all their names and badge numbers today. I got the license
There you
plate.
go. Have a nice day.
Okay.
Please be safe. And don't stay out here where somebody can run you over.
No, I'm gonna leave right now. Hey!
Then that's fine.
Again, I want to be 1,000% clear on what I'm saying. I do think that the content that's being shared on YouTube is not always accurate. And a lot of the content is opinionated, and it's how certain people will choose to do certain things. And I understand that. What I'm really referring to is the blatant bad information that's being put out. And so when I saw this video, I wanted to just add that in to make sure that any content that's being shared, that we all, because we all have a responsibility, whether we're content creators or whether we're just someone who's teaching our children their rights, it's our responsibility to make sure we're operating as closely as possible to the law. Because if we're not, we're setting ourselves up for a bad situation. So always know your rights. And I repeat that line at the end of every video for a reason. Always know your rights. It's imperative. You got to know your rights and always record the police. With that being said, We the People University, signing off. Welcome to The GOAT Debate, the premier online sports debate show where engaging discussions and thrilling debates unfold as we determine who is the greatest of all time in every sport. Be sure to subscribe, call in, and participate. Come and be a part of the conversation.